Oh, welcome back to Diablo's Laboratorium Emporium. My name is Diablo, and today, well, I need to get some dirt so I can cross this little tiny lake, and then we can continue on with power laying, roboport laying, and all the other laying. That might have sounded weird. What? What? Don't forget to sort the power station out. Thank you, sir. That is a very nice reminder. You are awesome. And good morning, by the way. Mr. Ash says, hey, I'm reminded of a particular joke back when I used to live with an ex who had a dog. She'd often ask me to take her for a walk and feed her. She'd often ask me to take her for a walk and feed her, which was kind of fun. One particular time, when she called to ask if I'd done it, I'd answer, yup. First I'd emptied her, then I filled her back up. Oh, God, okay. Okay. Enough of that. Let's go. Let's get to walking. Yes, one line says, assume you mean the dog. I was assuming as much as well. I would? What were they doing? I don't know. I need to go all the way back to my what? I seem to be losing robots all over the place. To my train. Actually, I need to go to the dirt train, so I'd rather have the dirt train come to me. Or rather, where is the dirt train? Is it here? No, it is not. Is it back here? Wait, where is my dirt train? What? It's all the way up there? There? Jeez, that's such a long way away. Okay, where's this? No. Where's this? Yes, let's do this one. Go. By the time I get there, the train might have arrived. I'm not entirely sure. Hey, spider. That would be lewd, and don't think it's appropriate for the internet. Yeah, but it's the internet, though. All right. Maybe it'll pass me on the way down. That would be funny. Maybe it already did? No, it didn't. We just have to wait a few moments. Can't be that long now. There it is. Told you. Maybe I frequent nicer parts of the internet. There are no nicer parts on the internet. Let's see. I can just, do I want to have everything? Do I want to grab everything? I don't need that much. I only need like this little, this little bit right here. All the other bits have been done already. So I don't want to grab too much and have to go back. So I'm going to go something like that. Let's not take any chances. Let's take a little bit more and make sure we have enough. A little bit of overkill is... I think I'm going to turn my robots off. A little bit of overkill is okay. I think I have to go back up a little bit. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 2.5. So 1... Good morning from Germany, says Johannes. Well, hello, Mr. Johannes. How are you? And welcome. We are about to put some dirt in a lake. It's very exciting. I mean, who wouldn't want to watch me put dirt in a lake? I mean, I can't think of a better time. Right. I need to zoom out a little bit. There we go. Perfect. Blibbity what? Apparently I didn't put enough dirt in the lake. Thank you, I'm fine. And you? I am excellent, sir. We are going to have a very nice morning this morning. A very nice day today, I should say. There we go. That should be enough. We are obviously doing 2 hours of Factorio, which, you know, the day's already, you know, it can't get any better than that. And yet I'm going to try. Oh, right. I had my robots on to pick up some stray stuff if and when needed. It's a good stream for my breakfast. Well, sir, I wish you a very happy and healthy breakfast. Hope everything tastes very nice. Yes, so after this, we're going to do 2 hours of Factorio, and after Factorio, we are going to play something new, and I haven't even divulged what it is. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy. There we go, robot back. Yes, thank you. This is this is kind of a long way down, but unfortunately I have to do it. Obviously. Otherwise it won't get built. And I'm not going to build it all myself. I mean, I'm not insane. So we'll have to make do with one walk down of these ghosts. And then after that, we won't have to worry about it anymore. Isn't that nice? Now I'm going to do a second row of this. Wait for the save. La-di-da, la-di-da. There we go. I'm going to do a second row of this about here. So we can A, connect to the factory right there. B, have everything outside covered. Because if we check out this build area, so the green area, it reaches up to, well, roughly halfway that weak-ass forest that is just to the right of me, like here, right? So if we place this here, like something like this, we'll cover everything from the actual place where the outside build area ends, and we'll go all the way up to where the factory is. And the factory itself already has lots and lots of roboports inside, so we don't need to worry about those. The only thing we need to worry about is how do we get our logistic areas connected. But as soon as we got one connected, we're good, because these are all 8 belts, so we can cross these easily. If it ever happens to go like this or like this, so it's on top of the belts, we just shift it a little bit, make it work. Yeah, so there is the plan, Stan. I'm gonna go 1 down. Boop. That covers everything there. Now, the problem that we actually have is when we start, so the first one, that's 10 factories up, it actually starts going out right away. And we hardly have any room to place our stuff. So we need to find a placement that works everywhere. That would be nice. So let's see, we are going up to that point. So this would touch. So if I'm just going to walk up like this, I should not encounter interference. If I do, we're screwed. So it's not about the exact placement. I know I'm bumping it a little bit, and that's fine. It's about the rough placement and if we can make it work all the way up. I could have looked at how far I was into the factory, but you know what? That's fine. I just want to make sure that we don't run into any issues. And I think we will, actually. I think we will. But let me just, before I draw any conclusions, check it out. What was it? Guess once, measure no times, and do whatever the F you want. Something like that. That's the idiom, right? I don't know. Or I think it was guess once and that should be enough. Yeah, something like that. Well, it still fits. It still fits, but we still have a long way to go, unfortunately. Ah! Boo! Okay. Well, we can start the line from here. And even if we go a little bit to the left or the right, we should be able to just finish the line in and of itself. So, I think I'll start downstairs. Yeah, I think I'll start down and work my way up. Because we are going to, it's going to be awkward anyway, no matter what I do. But if I start down, I can make it fit perfectly. I can make it fit perfectly here, and I don't have to walk all the way down. Yeah, never mind. Who needs walking anyway? So we reach about, I would say, that spec, so that is there. I'm literally looking at specs, by the way. So we would be placing it here. Let me actually get it in line. I probably won't be able to get it in line all the way down, but I might as well start with it in line. Yes. Oh, I didn't check. Shoot. That is. How can I tell? I'm going to look at that spec right there. So that should touch. If I now do this, and I take the same thingy here. It's build areas. I'm being silly. Hang on. So this one reaches up to that belt. Let me just touch my screen real quick. And this one touches, yes, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Ooh, perfect. Let me zoom out a little bit so we can actually see what we're doing. Yeah, remove some trees apparently. Now, can we just continue this? That would be awesome. No, actually, that's just a power pole. We can live with that. Yay. Because we can do something like bloop. We win. There we go. So this obviously does not actually, does it? This clearly does touch that. That spec. Yeah. So we don't even have to worry about getting our logistical network set up because it's already set up. Very nice. There we go. Okay, so we're missing a power pole or robo port here. So what I'm thinking right now is I'm thinking it should be here. But what if if we move it up though, it won't touch the lower one. All right, not a problem. You know what? Not a problem. Problem. You heard it. You heard it right. It's not a problem. Is this the right one? Did I do it? Did I do it? Yes. Okay. So I will make sure that the first one actually just is in line and fits. Perfect. And we'll make sure the next one fits too. Oh my gosh, it's like it's made for it. I'm so happy. That one fits too, but we're missing the power pole. But we can put the power pole on this side of the thingy, and no one would be the wiser. That's perfect. Yeah, line connect. So we are golden. I need to get through this forest. There we go. And then we go this one. I think this is the last thing we do. Is it not? I'm not entirely sure though, but I think it is. Oh, I will have to check. I'll be... yeah, I think we already did the Purple Science Factory itself. We haven't actually built the... did we hit any trees? No. We haven't actually built the... I need to go... Sorry, I need to check something real quick. Where was it? Right there? Okay, so... I'm guessing if we just do... Ah! It's getting stuck. This, that would be the best option. Yes. We haven't obviously built the train tracks to go to that area. So that's something we still have to work on. But I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. This does not have power, so we will need to add our own little power pole on this side. And that's the ideal ideal thing about the blueprint that I'm using is I can in fact move the power poles up and down a little without losing connection. So this is actually very nice indeed. Let's make a straight line here like that. No idea how far we are yet, but... Oh, we're here. Are we? Hold on. We are? No, that can't be. Let me zoom out. Yeah, the last one was just on top of it. Does that matter? If I check this one out... Wait for it. We need to get power in here, though. We didn't do that. If I check this one out, oh, it just misses the outside belts. Yeah, so we're gonna miss a little bit here. So we're going to have to do something like this, and then just erase this. That was it, right? Yeah, that was it. Okay, so we need that last one to make sure we build everything here. Is this broken? How the hell did that happen? Anyway, you know what? I can just do this. All right. I think that's it. I think... Oh, power. Can we just go like this? Not even close. Not even close. Yeah, I guess we can just go like this and then something in the middle. That will get us power from here to here. I guess. Okay, so let's check out the... because I know these things are fully roboported. But I don't know if we actually have a connection between these two. And it does not seem to be that way. So, this reaches about to that bush right here. So, oh wait, I need to look at the orange. The orange is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 belts in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 belts in. So this is where we should be placing it. Is that in line with the one roboport next to it on the left, which would be there? If I look at this orange area, I see that it reaches up to that spec right there. So that is too short. Because we would be here, and we need to be here. Interesting. I could just add one here, I mean, but... yeah, you know what? It doesn't really matter. I could... ooh, that might be nice. Yeah, just make a singular... Do I still have that one? Do I still... Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Of course I do. Why would I not? So if I do something like this... Ooh, well... I wanted to put it there, but I cannot do that. Ace Awkward, hello. How are you, sir? we would have to be putting it 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, something like this. Do I mind that? Yes, I do actually, because, and here's why, this does not touch the outside belt. So up here, if you look up there, it does not touch the belts up there. And I would like to have something there as well, because this obviously reaches, well, nearly halfway, and this does not even come close. So I would like to have something here. So I would like to have something like this. Is the whole thing calculated? The whole thing is individually calculated. Let me just put it like that. Every factory in and of itself is definitely... I need to go all the way here, don't I? I need to have a little square here, maybe. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Sorry. The entire factory... the entire factory's individual bits have been calculated. 2, 4, 6, 8. Wait, 2. Hang on. 2, 4, 6. So I should be able to get away with this one. Is this still centered? Because I moved it a little bit. It is still centered. Does this now touch that? If we get this one in here. Yeah, that lines up perfectly. Okay, nice. So I know how much, like X SPM. Oh yes. 21,600 science per minute. 21,600 science per minute, which equals 8 fully compressed blue belts of science per minute. Now, most of the factory has been individually built, pre-built and tested. So for instance, if we look at this steel setup was built and tested to see how well its throughput was and how much end product would be created. Based upon that calculation, I created an X amount of steel factories to reach the amount that I would need it. The supply chain hasn't been calculated, and neither has the limit of trains mod. That is entirely true. That is entirely true. I cannot tell a lie, even if I wanted to, and I don't. Shit, I forgot that. I mean, poopy. I forgot that. That does not reach the outside world. Which kind of stinks. And I cannot do this because that would get it halfway. So I would have to do something like this, which looks horrible. And I still want to have something like this here. Can I make that? Ooh, that is yes. There. Hold on, I need to make sure that it's lined up though, and then I can walk it this way until I don't have a line anymore. So this is nice. I'm thinking what I'll do is just add this one here. Yeah, in line with that. And then this obviously in line with that. This gets power from, power from there, so it doesn't need to connect there. This gets power, this gets power, this gets power from there. Nice. The transition of power from front to back has not been... I think I never built more than 4 parallel belts of anything. Yeah. I wouldn't know anything about building... Anyway. So sorry. I go overboard sometimes. I don't mean to. It just happens. Can I cross over here, please? Yes. Okay, so we need... I would like to have it a little bit more pretty. Yes, I did plastic 8, but not compressed. Well, that's still, that's okay. That's very okay. Because they're all going to be the same, I want something that looks a little bit symmetrical. I wish I had done this before I placed all, whatever, how many steel factories there were. But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I'm not worried about it. What I am worried about is where the heck are these rocks keep coming from? Seriously, did I not spend like 4 episodes cleaning all of this up and rebuilding all the holes? Is it just generating random rocks every time I start up the map? Is that what it is? I don't get it. I do not get it. But it's okay. It's an easy fix. We go, wait, am I doing this right? This one. There's a hole in here too. So terrible. All right, let's try this one then. Wait for the save. This is how I do my homework, says John. A lot of planning, a little actually done. I know the feeling. Let's go down here. This one seems to be intact. This one seems to be intact. So we stick this in here. Yep. Well, we've got our robots with us, so they should clean up the rocks. Well, poopy sticks. Oh boy. Why is that not in the same spot? That one is, though. It's so weird. Oh well. I don't have time to sharpen my saw. I'm busy sawing. Seems like a valid argument to me. I mean, anyway. Yeah, why is this on the wrong side, though? Left, 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 right. Actually, this one's on the wrong side. Weird. Well, I'm not going to change it because I've copied it like a billion times. So it is what it is, but I must not look at it because it hurts me. What is this black spot right here? What? Why was there coal there? So weird. The rest seems to be okay. The rest seems to be okay. Now, I don't want to copy the entire thing, so I'm just going to copy the connection point right here. But we still haven't gotten to connect power yet. Ooh, man, no, I don't want to do it like that. I will just go out the outside because that is just the easiest way of doing things right now. I can reach up to this point. And then perhaps something like this. So we get from this power, we go whoosh, 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 and then this touches that. So this factory gets power, and this touches that. So these things get power. Power crosses over here, so this also gets power from there. It's all powerful. I mean, what? You know what I mean. Let's get ready to copy. There we go. Something like that. Cool. Here we go. Let's do this 1,000 times. I'm glad this is not a multiplayer because this thing is chugging along when I do this. There we go. Right. Am I going to check all of these factories for rocks and stuff? Hell no. Apparently I am going to check for trees because reasons. I do see some holes here which annoy me, and if I see holes that annoy me, I will need to fix them. So I will fix this one. But I'm not going to check everything, simply because I will find out what's broken once it's actually built. It's a lot easier to find flaw that way. So Factorio only using one core is no longer true. Wait, what? Wait, I'll go back. Ace Awkward says, it said in patch note a few weeks ago, belts are now multi-threading, so Factorio was doing well. One core is no longer true. I don't really know. I hadn't read that. I haven't read that. Well, that would be huge if that's true. That would be very nice if that's true. Because that could save me a lot of cycles once everything gets built. Still think this is the best song in the entire... It's not. I know the music is really soft. I don't know if you can even hear it above me screaming into this microphone. But the opening music, the theme music of the game, I still think is the best music that is in the game. The best song that is in the game. I really like it. There we go. I know. I wasn't going to... Oh, it's actually not broken. Never mind. Never mind. How many do I still have to go? 1 million? Oh, that's good. That's not that bad. Here we go. Oh, that's it. Wait, seriously? That's it? Have I just gotten so numb to the fact that everything takes 15 million years? What is this? I forgot a robot. Oh my god. Okay. So we have now got our roboports connected back to front. We've got our rows set up to make sure that these belts are built. We still have to do a little bit over here. And we still, I think we need to check this block still. This was, yes, this has things around it. Again, we didn't do the rail part yet, but we'll get to that. Factory outskirts is one of the honestly beautiful pieces of composition in modern times. It is very nice. It is very nice. Holy shit, he says. That blueprint. You have no idea. Yeah. I was trying to do this in one blueprint. And, nope. So I did it in like 10 or 11, I think. And the game started to take about 45 minutes to start up. So I had to throw away lots of blueprints. I had, what was it again? 250 megabytes of blueprint file, database file. Seeing as that is text-based, yeah, you can just... That's just the blue section. Actually, this is just the purple section. This is the blue section. This is the green section. This is the red section. This is the black section. And we are going to start, we have already started, our yellow section right here, which is going to go up to, I would say here, I think. Yeah, something like that. Maybe a little bit here. Yeah, something like that. It's going to be significantly longer than the purple science one. Which is a bummer because I'm going to have to figure out what to do with this empty space. I had envisioned two sides being equally long. Yeah, never mind. I never built bigger than 200 or 300 SPM, I think. That's perfectly valid, sir. There's no shame in that. There's no, there's no I'm better than you or you're better than him or that's all bullshit. That's all bullshit. That's rookie numbers, says Ash. As I'm scolding anyone that says, I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway. I didn't start out building this stupidly big. I didn't start out. I mean, if you look at my first factory, I think you'd run away. I think you'd say, why am I watching this idiot for? Yeah, as long as you're having a good time, you're playing it right. Exactly. I'm a miniaturizer. The weird thing is, I get accused of that all the time. I really do. No, I didn't mention it was an expensive mode. I kind of wanted to leave that out because I seemed like an idiot already. Um, it's true. It is true. Okay, so this does not have anything yet. Does this before it do? No, it doesn't. But seeing as this... Oh, it does. Wait, it does half? What? What? What is this creating holes, or are those trees? No, those trees are perfectly placed. So, wait. Do these things not have... Oh, no. Yeah, during the setup. Yeah, these things do not have outside roboports. I kind of forgot about those. Oh no. Oh, there's my robot. Hello, Mr. Robot. That sucks. Because the thing is, this is the same size. I was hoping to copy and paste, but if I don't have outside roboports yet... I'm okay. Well, I guess there's no choice. I guess there's no choice. We'll have to copy this thing. Seeing as this is exactly the same smelting area as the one above this. I think. We'll find out soon enough. And that will take care of the robo ports on the inside. Yeah, that's that. Perfect. So we know everything is in the right spot. However, what I did not do, sillily enough. Oh boy, and there's also this thing. No. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Is that a thing? That's a thing. I'll have to fix that. There's a singular tree where I get stuck on. Can I, if I flip this over, everywhere but there, which makes sense. Okay, okay. Let me zoom out a little bit. Oh, a lot bit, to make sure that I know there's belts that are not going to be in the right spot. And the last roboport, oh, they don't touch, do they? Okay, this is going to be interesting. So what okay, I think I'll have to do this individually. Where do you reach? Because I need to have probably an outside line here. You reach up until that point. So that would be here. Yeah, that's not going to work, is it? It's just one off. It's just one off. Dang it. Let me recheck that. So we are wiggly, right, on the underground there. Right? So we need to be one above the underground. Wiggly. There we go. Yeah. Oh, we're two off. Okay. Shoot. Shoobity shoot. Okay, so we do need some sort of outside connective tissue. Obviously, this one can go through here. It also needs to. I forgot to do that as well. But it also needs to connect to the outside. Or let me just check. Yeah, because otherwise this outside belt stuff is not going to get built. I did check if the factory itself was going to get built, but I never checked if the actual belts that go on the outside were going to get built. So I think that's... I I think that's what went wrong here. Okay, how do I go from here to here without some stupid way of... We could use... Okay. We have... I know how. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new copy of this inside setting, which should be the same. Well, it's not. So that kind of stinks. Oh, because that factory is a lot smaller, obviously. That is fine, actually. You know what? That is fine. If I take just this center square right here and I line it up, move this up here, and we're going to hit those trees. I'm going to hit those trees, aren't I? No, I'm kind of okay. We line this up center style. So something like that. No, this seems more centered somehow. I don't know why, but sure, whatever. I'm looking at the power pole, not the actual roboports, by the way. Okay, so if I do this, that covers most of that. This is still not going to touch. So if we go out here, like we did with the other one, we can also put down some roboports there. So we do this. No, you know what? Let's keep it in line. So we do this. What in the actual world? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we won't be able to pick that up. Wait, do we have... We have nothing in here. There we go. Now we do. Cool. Right. Sorry about that. We should be able to, in fact... Where's my twosome? That's not it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. We should be able to cross over, right? Yeah, we are. We are definitely able to cross over there. Very nice. So this one would move like so. Now this one can go, if we place the first, if we remove this power pole right here, we place the first one here. Does that? Oh, never mind. Not even close. Nicht ein bisschen. Okay, so we do it differently. We do it like this. Sure, why not? And then that one can be in line with that one, just because that looks nicer. Blibbity bloop. And that one will touch that one. However, this power pole is now touching nothing, which kind of stinks, but we can do that. I'm okay with that. Okay, so we get everything else in line. There we go. Next. There we go. I'm doing it this way because I know that these are perfectly spaced out to touch each other. Let me just check that for one hot second. Yeah, perfectly placed. So I don't need to think about it. I can just go, bloop, done. And then the last one goes up here. And that doesn't work. So we shift this over 1, which is fine. We can shift this over 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. So this works because of the inside touching. This works because of the outside touching. Yes. Hang on. What am I doing? Okay, so somehow I got it in my head that I hadn't connected the, I don't know why, but I hadn't connected the logistical area, but I did, because we already did this. Let me just check that real quick if I placed that in the right spots. Yes, I did. So we don't technically need this outside. Oh, right. I'm an idiot. Never mind. We need this because this does not touch that. Sometimes my brain does not want to work with me. So I think what I'll do is copy just this. Just flip that over and make sure we actually get this on the other side as well. Oops. There we go. Let's make sure we place that in. Wait, did I not flip this? Maybe I flipped it twice. I don't know. Yeah, that works out fine. So we get something on the outside, and this touches there. Power works the same way. Need to get rid of these trees, but that's fine. Lucky you, my brain keeps working against me. Yeah, exactly. Me too. That is fine. I will want to move that one, but poop. I won't do that. Then again, no, because I have to redo the thinky bit here, because this one was obviously smaller, like we said. So this is purely for this one. However, what we can do is already start out with a nice setup like this, which should, for 99%, overlap what we already have here. If I can make that work. There we go. There's a power pole there. That's fine. I don't need to worry about it. I just see the robo port there that's broken and the power pole there that's broken, but the rest seems to be in order. So this one I don't really care about. Before I move on, I will connect this to the inside. Where are you? There you are. So this would be over here. That's annoying. You are annoying. So you would be shit. I mean, not there, but there. Like so. And then you, keeping in line with that. Obviously, I would like to be centered upon this, right? I would like to be centered upon this. Do I not have... Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. But cool. Do I not have the straight bit? Yeah, we do. Yeah, oh, that's the long one. I need the short one. That is it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I don't know what I was doing there. Never mind. This is much better. It just takes one. Didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. Sorry. Because that... Oh, wait, what? How is that possible? Oh, okay. We'll keep the power in line. Because I can, right? It's not centered. I know. Sucks. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to do whatever needs to be done here. Okay, so there. So we've got that set up now. That is nice because that means I can do that multiple times. Right-hand side. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. I'm just trying to work everything out here. This power pole is not strictly needed, but I wanted it anyway because it looks nice. And I need to start copying and pasting. And if I can do that while it looks nice, hooray for me. You know what? We might as well get this in line. if we're going to copy and paste, we're going to delete a lot of stuff, aren't we? We're going to delete a lot of stuff. Which kind of stinks, but it has to be done. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. Everything up to this point should be the same. Everything up to this point should be the same, with the exception of the train stations, because this is not... Actually, is it? Actually, it isn't. This is also an iron station. Interesting. Turn my robots off because they're getting annoying. And this, yes, they're both iron stations. So both are the same. So if I copy this, this should line up with this. Yeah. And I don't see any issues. I don't think I see any issues. See some holes right there, but not issues. Apple in the Box says, what is cooler, bots or trains? I know bots are more useful, but what's cooler? And Mr. Ace Awkward says, what do you mean cooler? Yeah, exactly. What do you mean cooler? Like what it looks like, or... Because there is no such thing. I will be very rude and tell you. There's no such thing. You build what you think is okay and what you think is cool. And then that becomes cool because you think it's cool. That's the simple truth of it. There's no such thing as something being definitively cooler than anything else. I hate that. Way of thinking. So we can cross over here. Yes, yes, we can. So if we erase these two, go all the way back to our 2 setup, not this one. Wait, where is it now? Oh no, did I lose it? Hold on. That's not it. That's not it. No, don't tell me I lost it. There it is. Whew. I almost lost my cool. So that's obviously not the way to go, but I know that's why we had this one. No. This one. No. Wait, where's my... There it is. Okay, cool. Cool. So if we place this here... It's a little bit too much, I know. But at the same time, I don't care. So I'm going to do this because that looks nice, basically. Distance-wise, it's probably not needed to have this middle one, but I don't care. And then that touches that, which touches that, which etc., etc. So now, because this is the steel setup, I believe. Yes, it looks like it. Let me check that out. Oh my gosh. Where am I? I don't know where I am. There I am. This is actually the second steel setup that I've done. Weird. I've gone too far. That's fine. We can... Ooh, do we need to copy that to the other side? I think we do, actually. Okay, so we first copy this. Just to make sure that we have this, we can overlay this properly, like so. Wait, what? How is it not in line? Did I misalign? I think I misaligned. hold on. Let me try that again. Let me try that again. So clearly that's, well, that's obviously wrong. No. No, this is in line. This one's not in line. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Well, oh wait, I needed to X that. So sorry about that. Didn't mean to ruin your entire day with my horrible misalignment. That BP flipping feature, it is so nice. I still use the actual flipper turner for it. But basically having it in game, now in vanilla, is very nice. It's very nice. I will not tell a lie. It's very nice. Very nice indeed. Right. But blueprint flipper turner is just a little bit more versatile. So that's why I'm using that one. Does this power not... Wait, does this power not transfer? What? Oh, that smells... You know what? I don't care. We've got power coming in from here, so that's fine. It's fine the way it is. It's fine the way it is. Now that we've finally got a setup that works both on this end and on this end, let's get a blueprint going that can accommodate everything. I think that should be good. We got all the... I think that is okay. That touches that one, yes. Okay, that should be good. Do. Walking over here because that's what I can do. Okay. Come on, move to the... Thank you. Don't move anymore. Oh boy. Those are in the wrong spot. Dang it. So I need to move those out of the way. Let's line it up again. There we go. Everything seems to be in order. That goes there. That goes there. That does not work. So this needs to move. Oh boy. Oh boy, this is going to be real stupid. I know what to do about that though. I'm going to click that, place it down. Okay, so this touches the outside, this touches the inside. Orange-wise, we are good. Power-wise, we are good. Cool. I'll allow it. I'll allow it. Freshbit says, taking copy-paste to a new level. Is this all train drop-off for smelting? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So for anyone that is new, let me explain what we're what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to a situation where we have 21,600 signs per minute, and we have a few rules. I will not go over all of them. I will not go over all of the rules that I have set for myself. One of the rules is every science color will have its own section, and only raw materials can be brought in by train to then get processed inside its own factory to then end up with a product that is 21,000 science per minute of that particular color. In this case, it is purple. And we're on expensive mode, but just ignore that. So only raw materials can get in, and only one raw material per train station, which is one of these blocks. So this is an iron station, because all of these down here are steel that I need for, is my steel production that I need for purple science. So we've got a lot of copper up here. We've got some oil and stuff up here. Coal, some stone in here. Yeah. Forget your frame rate. I feel myself slowing down after hearing that. Yeah. I know. I might have made a mistake. We'll see if it works. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out, I guess. Now, because I'm going to have to erase these ones and these ones and these ones every single fucking time. Oops, sorry. I meant flipping time. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to make my life a little bit easier and delete everything like so. But if I do it like this, we'll be here for about 14 hours. What are the triangle bits? What are the triangle bits? You mean this? These are belts, my friend. These are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of belts. If you're looking here, those are belts going everywhere. Belts. Going from one belt input here and ending up with 32 belts output there. I think it's 30. Is that 32 or is that 48? It's been such a long time since I've actually built this blueprint. I don't know. 48. Never mind. Sorry. Yeah, of course it's 48. It's 24 coming out of the... It's 12 stations on each side. Yeah, it's 12 stations on each side, meaning 24 belts going in. So, yes. Right. Where was I? I'm going to delete a lot of stuff because that is just faster. Trust me. I have done this too many times. Here we go. I will start by walking down and deleting nothing. Well, almost nothing. I like belts too for my pants. I know the feeling. This is a very, very dense forest. I will not... Yes, I got through it. I'm amazing. I wish suspenders would make a comeback. I don't know. I used to wear suspenders when I was a child. I don't know if I remembered liking them or not, actually. Huh. It's a good question, though. I don't think my game zooms out that far. Yeah, you can use... Oh, we're here yet. Oh, we're already here. Oh my god, look at that. And this is where the game... There we go. Bye-bye. Right, let me stick some stuff in here. Actually, I use a command for that. Now, if you value your life, achievements, then don't use commands, because commands will kill achievements. So don't do it if you would like to still get achievements. But if you do not care about achievements, because you, for instance, already have all of them, then let me check if these trees are in the proper place. Then you can use this command, gameplayer zoom 01 or 1/10, to zoom out to the maximum you can. And I just do that a lot because otherwise I just can't see what I'm doing. The blueprints and the factory that I'm building are too big to go to, what is it? What is the normal one? This is the normal zoom level. As you can see, I can't even see the edge of my blueprint here. So yeah, there's no way that's gonna work. So we do it like this, and then we can see what we're actually placing down. All right, that seems to be in order. We must not walk with blueprints in our hands, because that would slow the game down too much. For instance, if I just go up like this and then introduce a blueprint, you can see me just not moving anymore. If I take it away, I move fine. So that's why I hover over my tool belt here to make sure I don't have the blueprint displayed on screen, because that will kill my FPS. Forever or just that save? No, John. It is forever. It is fucking hell. Why? Oh, I placed these ones already. That sucks. Oh well. It's forever for the entire. Well, it depends. If you save that game and then continue playing that game, achievements will be turned off for that game. Oh, poo. I didn't want to place those down. Stop it. I'll take it away by hand. There we go. Achievements will be obviously disabled in that save. So if you continue playing that save, then yes, achievements will be turned off for that save. But if you don't save or you don't play with that save again, if you just, like I did, use the save for testing purposes and building out large things, then the save for your testing purposes will not have achievements. But if you then use the blueprint that you've built in that separate save in your actual... Wait, are we here yet? Oh my gosh, that's so nice. That was a lot less work than I anticipated. And why does it not line up? Oh, it does line up. Never mind. I was just drunk. If you then use that blueprint that you made in the separate save in your original save, you can use the blueprint without affecting your... As long as you don't use commands, you can use the blueprint without affecting your achievements in that particular save. Okay. Each time you zoom in, you have to reissue the command to zoom back out. Yes, that's true. Factorio developers forgot to optimize one thing, blueprints. I wouldn't actually say so. I think they optimized it quite well. The fact that you have a blueprint and you're moving it around, but it's still trying to simulate moving belts. It's still trying to simulate connections of those belts going around corners and all that stuff. It is truly amazing that it even works, right? I mean, it has to recalculate. Every time I move this, it has to recalculate all these belts and factories and how they move and where the entities on those belts are. There are none, but it still needs to check. So it's actually quite well done, I will say. And then again, I will also say, who's building with these large blueprints anyway? I mean, not to put any feathers in my own cap, obviously, that's not what I meant. Jesus, oh my God. That's not what I meant to say. What I meant to say is you can only allow for so much optimization until it's just no longer tenable. That's what I meant. This would probably give up if they saw Diablo's build. Yes, Mr. Yes, Mr. Andrew, that is probably right. My solar panel blueprints are bigger, lol. Bigger than what I just had in my hand? That's sure. I believe that instantly. I just I skip solar altogether because nuclear power is far more efficient and far better at generating power than having to put down a million solar panels. Jesus. Right, so this outside, where does this touch? Does this touch there? Does it touch anywhere? Hold on, I need to... I'll use this one, fine. Yeah, these are at the right distance. Where does this get its power from, though? Did I even ever check that? I don't think I did. Do I see a line going? Oh, yes, I did. Never mind. So this gets power from there. So this is good. This distance is good. This is, yes, perfect. Okay, we already decided to put this on the top. One blue uranium belt can support 700 reactors, I think. Whoa, really? Well, I'm going to need about that much, so that's going to be nice. Yeah, we already did this. Never mind. I think... I still left a robot behind. I'll pick it up later. I'll pick it up later. What's this? This is an actual train station that was built. That's fine. Roboports everywhere. These are all... Oh, I need to rechart. Because this was not properly... Or I skipped this one. That's also very possible. Let's wait for the rechart. There it is. No. Everything is there. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so that... Now we are sure that everything is in the right spot. This seems to be blueprinted correctly. This seems to be roboported correctly. This seems to be roboported correctly. This for some reason does not. And I do not understand why, because I do see these ones and I do see these ones. I want to check this, but I think this is alright, seeing as I see this line going in. This line is here to check that this gets built. This has already been checked. I need to maybe check this outside here. And then everything beyond that is done. So, first things first. Where's my robot? He's 2 factories down. Let's go trees. Let's go collect. I want to zoom out, by the way, because it's very hard to see where I'm going or where I am. There it is. There it is. There it is. Hello. Hello, Mr. Robot. Arigato, Mr. Roboto. People favor solar for UPS reasons. That could very well be true. But solar doesn't glow in the dark. And that's really important. I really like the new lighting scheme. Jesus. The new lighting scheme is actually gorgeous. Seriously gorgeous. It is... If you have just a stone furnace, this touches both sides. I love it. If you just have a stone furnace in the middle of the night, burning some wood, burning, smelting some iron, it looks absolutely gorgeous. Ask yourself the important question, which one is cooler? That is always important. Let's see. This one goes round the outside, round the outside. So all of this was good. Which one did I want to check on? This one, I believe. Yeah. So this one, and then so we'll start with this one because these are the same. If this one's good, we know that one's good. Then we cross over to this one, and then we'll walk to this little square right there. All right. Batteries glow in the dark. Really? They do? I did not notice. I did not notice. So there's no roboports on the outside of this. There are on the inside of this, and I think I might have made the same mistake that I did. Yeah, I think I might have made the same mistake that I did for the steel setup, the iron setup, I should say, is that these are not... Oh, poo. Hold on, I need to check something real quick. Something just crossed my mind, and I need to check that now. Yeah, I didn't do this one at all, did I? And because there's 2 of the same kinds of smelters behind each other. Wait, this does have an outside one. All right, never mind, I guess. I don't know. What the hell do I know? But I skipped this entirely. I started out by thinking about this, and then I got bamboozled into doing other stuff. So, if I do this, this reaches well over the halfway point up there, and well over the... I could go on the inside. I could just go on the inside. All the belts are covered then. Can I make this in line? I cannot. Okay, fine. Have it your way, damn it. Yeah, yeah. Now, I want to go at this end first, because this obviously needs to have the most coverage. This gets... These belts get done already. So, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I can stick this in anywhere. That's what she said. Anyway, this one goes here. These are making sticks. He's planning to do 24 belts of sticks, which is fine. Not judging. Yeah. If you've got anything to say, sir, let me know. So we're going to have to go here. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Is this in line? Of course it is. So you reach up until the same point. So you miss that one, so you go there. Brilliant. Yup. Yup. This is the most excellent placement I've ever seen or done. Or smelt. Or I don't know. Flip it. Stick it. There we go. All right. Well, that covers everything here. So done. That was easy. Yeah, and that was done. That one was done as well. Goals, not holes? What? Let me not react to that one. Nice. Everything gets built. Makes it a little bit harder for me to move around, but that's fine. We have roboports here that cover everything, so that's fine. I'm not even thinking about that one. This one, however, yeah, we did the same. We did the same thing, didn't we? We did the same thing. So, why does this not have power? What? I think I made the boo-boo. Where's my tiny one? Don't answer that. Is it this one? No, it's not this one. I've gone too far. I've not gone far enough because I have no idea where I am anymore. Can I rotate this? Yes, I can. So, I'm sure this orange area touches that orange area. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm worried about power right now. So if I could get, I cannot. Cool. I want my twofer. I don't want this one though. This is the one I want. Thank you. So that would be too far, but I actually don't mind that. If I can get this here, I can give them one extra source of juice. I can go like this and like that. And that would get us power this way. I did think about power for the steel that I just placed down 50 million times, yes? Yes, of course I did. Of course I did. Why would you even doubt me? Thank you very much. That one's done, but that means I will have to wait for it. And we can move up. We can move up if we have a save. Thank you. We'll have to do that here too. That's not entirely the same thing, by the way. What the hell? Wait, did the other one just look better? Or is that just me? The other one was in line like this, wasn't he? Maybe he wasn't. I don't know. Perfectly in line. It's exactly what I wanted. You go there and you go Chavez. Okay. So that now takes care of that. However, we still have the outsides to worry about. Did I do that in the last one? Rotate 180. Oh, that could have worked. Yeah, that could have worked, I guess. Did we do outsides? No, we just were, again, squirreled away by... Oh, there's no power. Ah. So, now that we know that this is here, we want to have... Oh, my God, I hate it when it's already been built. I'm so used to now being able to just walk around these things without getting interrupted. It's very annoying if you're actually in an area that's being built. There we go. The last one. Good, thank you. Power is already there, so we do not need to worry about that. We copy and paste this over to the other side. Done. Then we copy and paste the entire thing to the one above, because that is exactly the same. Oops, a little too soon. And I just noticed something interesting. I think I forgot to turn this around. So we need to check. Oh, just redo. Here we go. This one, we stick this in like so. 1 and 2, 32 out. Now, was that one already correct, or was this one already correct? We will find out right now. This one was also, the one that we just removed was actually correct, and this one's not. Well, live and learn, I guess. Live and learn. That's fine. It is not that big of a deal. There, we've fixed it already. This one touches, I know I checked all of this, but I keep on checking everything because I don't want to miss a thing, as Aerosmith said. Yeah, we touch everything here. So these two are now officially fine as well, because we've got the outside fixed. Did we actually, oh my gosh, did I actually check if outside touches inside? I didn't, did I? I'm a boob. That gun goes to that underground. This one goes to not that underground. Cool. So I guess what we're going to do is, wait, what builds this? Absolutely bloody nothing. Who built this place? If anyone knows what reference that is, 10 points to you. Yeah, I'll use this, sure. Radar trains? Don't even know what those are. So this then not covers that bit, which I do want to cover, but that is just awkward if I build it like this. That kind of stinks. That kind of stinks. Don't like it. I don't like it. Trains that bring radars for the satellite. For the satellite? No. Radars get built on site for the satellite. That rhymes. How will I do this? Okay, so this train track also will not get built this way. Then I see a hole right here. Yeah, that covers that. So that's why that track is there. So I will need something to... Wait, is this the right track? Yeah, this is the right track, because this would be in the middle of this. Okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? Do I still have my line? Shoot, I do not. I copied too many things. Okay. Okay, in that case, let's... how far is that away? That's not too far away. One factory down. Let's copy this line we have right here. Let's use that for the train tracks. Approximately this would be nice. That also covers that bit, which is also nice. But we still need to do one there. Okay. Okay. So all we got to do is make sure we've got power going to this thing. But that is not that big of a deal. We are going to do this and make sure that we can make that work. Please work. Can I not cross over here perhaps then? Yes, I can. Oops. There we go. All right, so that touches that, touches that, touches this row. So this row will make sure it is connected to our main network right here, which is in this case connected through here. Oh, we're getting farther down. We're going farther down. It's kind of nice. All of this has been built. I don't know why they wouldn't go further up. Then again, they have a million things they need to build. See, the center part right here, that is what we got to do by hand. That is what we got to do by hand. But that's fine. That's fine. If that's all that I got to do by hand, I'm counting myself very lucky. And this touches that, so we should be good. Diablo, says Mr. Ash, when it is running, you should send the map to Wilbur. I'm sure they can use it as a test case for further belt optimization. I don't know. I don't know about that. I don't know if they're waiting for my specific interpretation of this. That's how Factorio players make girlfriends. Yeah. Let's just keep it at that. I think that's wise. Right. So I think what I want to do is this. Is it pretty? No. Is it functional? Yes. And that's basically what I'm going for right now. And we get some extra charging ports out of that, so I'm glad for that as well. Right, so this takes care of that. That means I can do, I can do this. And copy that over to this. I'm stuck behind a rock. I'll copy that over to this one. There we go. And that covers these corners right here. Very nice, and we already have insured power from there. Now, these need to be placed still before this gets power and before we can actually continue building here. But, did I... Oh, God, I keep getting squirreled. So sorry. I apologize. I keep getting squirreled. I need to have something like... Oh, we've got power on the outside, so all I need to do is this. Well, if that's all I need to do, then I'm just doing that by hand. There we go. That solves the entire problem of not being able to get this to touch that. Simple, simple. Done. Next. So we now have this locked. Yes, we do outside, inside, and we do these corners. So this entire thing's done. We checked this. Did we check this one? I believe we did. I believe we did. When you were on bot view, it looked like you had a lot of bots bouncing between two roboports because they couldn't place their parts. You may need to place some loads of roboports and power yourself. Really? Oh, this is what you mean. Yeah, because they are trying to take the most stupidest route ever. Are these going to keep flying or not? Nope. Are you kidding me right now? You could just go like this, right? There's power here everywhere. Roar. Okay. That's something that they might want to address. Pathing of robots. I mean, yes, a straight line is always the fastest way, but if that means running out of places to charge, then going around the outside like this might be the better choice. Thank you for that, Andrew. We will address that right now. Zoom out. Let's put on... Oh, I can't... Can I? Yes, I still can. Okay, these... Oh, that kills the FPS. Never mind. Mr. Ash says, breaking news. Dumb AI robots sometimes do stupid things. More at 11. Yes. It's not exactly what you said, but I went with it anyway. Right. Did we actually check this square? Oh, this square is fine. What we need is something to bridge this part. Also, we need to get to this part. Or no, because we got to that part on the outside. Never mind. I will do just this, I guess. I mean, where does this lead? Or, sorry, reach? This reaches about that spec. So I would have to place it here. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm absolutely okay with that. We could start maybe going... Wait, what was it? Which spec was it again? It was... that spec. Okay, so we would have to be there. So if we go as high as we can, or just go like this, that's nice too. Yeah, keep it in line with that one. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to go like this. Oh, just going to go like this. Up to that spec, so this would be perfect. That touches that. Now we can go down one. Wait, did I just... What did I just do? Oh, this is the double one. You know what? Fine. If it's the double one, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah, that covers everything in the middle. Now, all we got to do is make sure we got some power going here. And then we got to find some roboports and place these manually and get some power in there. And yeah, I know. It stinks. Don't want double power poles there because that's stupid. We could, in fact, go all the way and go like this. Yeah, why not? Oh, boy. Do you... Yes, so you... Good. So if I make this one work... Yeah, okay. So I need some power poles. I need some roboports. Stat. Where's my train at? Is this my train? Yes, this is my train. Good. Simple solution would be to limit blueprints to like 10 billion entities. That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Nobody saw that. I was just going to sleep. Nobody saw that. I'm just taking a little break. And you can't tell me otherwise. I hope that wasn't too far long back. Oh, God. Did I just have a save or not? No. Just taking a short break. Nothing to see here. It's not like this map takes like a half an hour to load. Not that it's loading right now, I'm just taking a break. You understand, right? I do not get hit by trains. I do not die of anything else. I didn't have any... No, one online. You are so mean. Delete that. Delete that right now. I do not get hit by trains. It's not a thing. You are all very mean people. Right. Oh, the game's not done yet. Okay. Like I said, nothing's the matter. Nothing happened. I just need to place something down here. This fit over there. Yeah, sure. That one we did. You know what I think? I think I should do it like this. I think this makes sense, yes. I think this makes sense. Thank you, sir. Holy moly! For 1,000 bits. Thank you, John. Why does the alarm not work? I'm sorry, John. There's supposed to be a thing. It doesn't work. I don't know why. Right. Like I said, nothing happened. You can't prove anything. Please say it was my train. Actually, now that we are here, before I continue on, I might as well walk back and get my stuff right away. Can I be... Yeah. Thank you, John. That's a hard name. John. Alright. Where was I? Was this about to move or something? What did I die from? I mean, obviously not a train. Did I, like, run into the lake? Can I drown now? No. Don't know. I mean... Oh. Well, somebody's been... Me. Never mind. Okay, I think I do need to change this name. It's just for another 1,000 bits. What? Last nickname I had was Shoulder Pads. That was much better. Oh my god. Oh, there it is. There it goes. Right. That's a brilliant username. I'll take all of those, please. And I need power poles. Do I? Nope. No power poles anywhere. That one. Yeah, they're mine now. I had some muscle back in the day. Well, there's a good reason. Muscle John. Does that work? I wouldn't call yourself Mr. Muscle because that might have the wrong... Sorry, man. That might have the wrong annotation with it, yeah? Connotation. What? Words. Alright. I think... Power poles. Roboports. Thinking. Is there anything else? No, there's nothing else. Alright, let's get out of here. Long John. That's brilliant. Yes. That is absolutely Muscle John is. Oh, and now we can build one without being a doubly boy. It was up to that dirt patch, I believe. Let me check that one more time. Yeah, this is perfect. Right. Let's get this part. Oh, no. Did I mess it up? No, I didn't. It's perfect. I never mess anything up. How would you even dare to suggest such a thing? And this is even better. Holy moly. I like it. I like it a lot. See, I never crash. I didn't die. I just had a do-over. That's it. All I did was have a do-over. Everyone gets a do-over, okay? Did I actually forget to do this middle part too? I think I did. Yes, I definitely did. Oh boy. Turn around. There we go. There we go. And... Oh no! It is broken. This one is in the wrong spot. Ugh, what am I doing? Well, this has clearly not been... placed correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. How does this line up? This lines up perfectly with that. This lines up perfectly with that. So why does it not fit? I do not know. Because power poles are there. Because power poles... No, power poles are the same here as well. It's very strange. This should... Yeah, this lines up like this way. Yeah. Then what the hell happened? What? Oh. Oh, I left it one space out, and I didn't do that here. Well, well, well. If it isn't Mr. Fancy Pants. Let's go Ghostbusters. Do I do this? You're supposed to be placing those robots. I know. But I wanted to make sure that I had everything covered before I did. I guess we can do... I mean, this is in line, right? So I'll keep it in line here as well, because that just looks nicer. So we could do... Yeah. That definitely looks nicer. Okay. Excellent. This we just kill because that makes no more sense whatsoever. We do this right here, right now. And then we do this because we can. Just, I don't know. Don't question it, okay? Just don't go with it. There we go. We'll kill the outside poles here because those don't make any sense. And now we've got... Ooh. Now we've got everything set up. Perfect. Perfection. All right, which ones do we need to place before to get these robots to move? This one, well, definitely this one. If they can reach this one, we should be good. So if we do this, I should have placed power down first, shouldn't I? Yeah, I should have placed power down first. Okay, so that's good. Turn that off. Now, I should be able to just walk this down. Yes, yes. Oh, I like the way this new placement system works. Now, this does not get power from anywhere. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fake that for now. Yeah, I'm going to fake that for now because why not? Too far away. Let's try it again. Here we go. Wait for the save. When Factorio becomes exterior design simulator, yes. Well, you have to have a hobby. Wait, straight it works? Oh my gosh. Okay. That just pisses me off. Fine, we'll do it like this. We'll do it like this. Now this does have power, yes? Good. That means all the power gets back here. That means all of these, yes, have power. That means all my robots are now able... Yay, they're no longer stuck. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. This gets fed from the outside, so I'm not really worried about that. Just wondering why they're trying to build this instead of like going down or building this or trying to finish that. It's all good. It's all good. Is it actually good? Where am I? Yeah. So they did do up to this point. So why are they not continuing this tradition? Are my trains back yet? Am I getting more stuff or do I need to worry about them? I need to worry about them, don't I? Where are you? Are you full? 51 seconds. What's the 51 seconds, though? That's a weird number. Okay. As long as it works, it keeps on moving, so I'm happy with that. This one just gets stuck, so bring me everything. All right. Cool. What time is it? Oh. I think... Oops, wrong button. I think we are done with purple. Well, with the exception of this little bit being hand placed, obviously. But Robot Network could use building train, I'm afraid. Several ones, actually. It's fine. It's fine. Do multi-lane train lines have a major improvement on train throughput? Yes. If you light that correctly, then yes. Definitely yes. You will absolutely get better throughput if you have multiple train lines. Not that I'm advocating for going like this, because this is absolutely ridiculous. Yes. 20-car trains? Yes, of course. If you have more track, then there's more room for trains. And if you light those correctly, this is why I've been actually advocating for train bridges for a very long time. We need to be able, because there's no way to bridge tracks without crossing tracks and having to light that stuff, meaning that if a train wants to come from this track, go over to this track, it will automatically block any traffic that wants to go this way. So if you have a 20-car train, that's a long time to stand still before that train is actually passed, right? It's actually a few seconds. That could cause a pileup of trains, on that track being stopped. And having that pile of trains start up again, it's going to take time as well. So if we could have bridges or tunnels or anything of that nature, like you do with undergrounds for fluids, like you do with undergrounds for belts, and so there is multiple layers of in this game that you can make use of that. You can have separate train networks for stuff. You wouldn't have to have train tracks cross each other anymore. It would be train heaven. One circuit train replaces 10 ore trains with the same steel. Yes. If you use an LTN, or what was the other one called again? I can't remember now. The other one was something SMP or something. It drastically cuts down on the amount of trains that you actually need. Why stop there? Let's add teleporters too, because teleporters don't exist in real life. Trains kind of do, and trains do in real life have bridges, right? I mean, everyone's seen the either the video or the GIF of the train that loops around and goes back underneath itself. I mean, that's really old by now, so I think everyone's seen that. Yeah, I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. TSM, that was the other one. The other train automator. So robots are flying freely now. That's good. And now they're going this way. Now they're not even going this way anymore. Why do they hate me so? Anyway. If you think teleporters don't exist IRL, you don't know my keys. Yes. What was the saying again? Never let anything electrical know you're in a hurry. Yeah, that was it. I think that's tangentially related to what you were trying to say. How many robots are working right now? Seems a lot better. Let's see. Let's have a look. There are about 800 robots flying around. It's not perfect yet. Not all of the robots are actually working, but it's a lot better than what it was. Seeing as there were only like 50 running around earlier, so lots of robots on union break. All right. I think we've got purple locked down. We got a lot of trains to send here. We got a lot of building, or the robots. We've got a lot of building to do. Look at that stream of robots. Isn't that pretty? I think that's pretty. Is that a new stream? So no, it's still 800 robots. Never mind. But I think we've got everything robo-ported right now. All the power has been distributed right now. Everything should be in order. I still haven't got this train track set up, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Because I want to get to the next game. So, I'm going to end the episode right here. So, if you're on Twitch, stick around. If you're on YouTube, I'm going to say... There it goes. No, yes, no. Thanks to my patrons for sponsoring this channel. It helps, it motivates. Thank you very much. And to anyone else, I'll say thank you very much for watching. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel. Comment down below if you have any suggestions or ideas. My name is Diablo, and I will see you next time.